All right, High Faith Formation families, we are winding down. We are almost done with our Faith Formation year. I can hardly believe it. First of all, super congratulations to all of our confirmation candidates that made their confirmation Tuesday night. We are so proud of you. God bless you all for running the race and getting to receive that most special sacrament. Our prayers continue to be with you, and we hope that you'll join us next year for our youth involvement with missions and hopefully youth ministry. Still praying that we return to some semblance of normal in the fall. All right, what have we got going this week? Well, K through 5, you will be doing home study, so you'll have home study assignments. Um, Thanks for hanging in there with us. We had a few technical glitches this week with Zoom for our end of it for kindergarten, which kindergarten we didn't have Zoom. It was you guys had home study, but for second grade and fifth grade, we were trying to get the connection, and then thank you, Mrs. Griffith. She saved the day and was able to salvage that. But if you got caught up in the technical glitch and didn't get in, just please know that we were trying. I was trying to log in remotely from the confirmation, and it didn't go as well as we had hoped, but they were able to save the day. So hopefully, you all had good classes that night, and you have home study this week. So, grade 6 and 7, Sunday night, you guys have a Zoom class with us. Grade 6, I will continue to make the videos. I did hear from a few of you that are still hanging in there remotely, so I will continue to do those. We've only got a couple more weeks, so thank you for getting back to me. I was a little nervous. When I don't hear anything for a while, I worry about you, so we're back on track now, and that's good. Um, Grade 8 and 9, you're all done for the year. You guys wrapped up last week because of confirmation being Tuesday night. But if you're in year 1 and you're still looking for some community service opportunities, we still have plenty that we can do. So if you're one of those people that would still like to work on some things, please email me because I have plenty of ways to get you involved in the community if you choose for any grade. If there's ever a need for community service that you feel a desire to help, I always have a lot of things in my back pocket. So always reach out to me for that stuff. I'll help you out. Okay, first Eucharist. Now things are picking up for you guys. So, I first want to say I apologize that our schedule got a little flip flop. Some people didn't realize that we um, got a little off for Wednesday, not so much for Sunday. Sunday's the same. But for Sunday class, if you're with Mrs. Vacanti this week, you guys have home study for chapter 7. Wednesday night, um, it'll be chapter 8 with me on Zoom. Okay, and I'm putting that video below. If you get done with home study with chapter 7 and you want to start chapter 8 and look at it, feel free to do so. We can never have enough practice in getting through the book. Chapter 8 is our final chapter, but then we have rehearsal. So if you look it's in the left hand column of this newsletter. If you're looking at it on a PC with your phone, I'm not sure where it lands. But you'll see the first Eucharist rehearsal schedule. Now, there's no sign up for that. So just show up at whatever one of those works for you. Now, obviously, I have them at all 4 parishes because First Communion is offered at all 4 parishes. So we'll be able to rehearse you in those buildings for that. But you do not have to go to the parish. Like you can do a rehearsal anywhere. The main point of the rehearsal is for the kids to get used to what to do in the setting, how to maneuver the mask and be able to receive, because that's an added component this year, right? So trying to just get them familiar with the protocol, where to walk, where to go, what to do. We will not be processing in at the Mass. You'll just be coming in, but you will be sitting toward the front because the kids will be the first ones to make their first communion. So we will talk about all of that at rehearsal. But if any of those rehearsal dates that are listed don't work for your family schedule and you can't make any of them, reach out to me because that whole last week of April is what I'm dedicating to catching up anybody that needs to get caught up, rehearse with anybody that needs to rehearse that can't make other rehearsal nights. I just want to make sure everybody's ready to receive First Communion for the dates that you signed up for. Okay. I think most of you have signed up. If you have not, you should have received an email from me. I know Flocknotes still occasionally gets caught up in people's spam box. I don't have a rhyme or reason for it. I know it does happen though. So if you didn't receive the sign up from me, email me and I will let you know what we have, or I will try again to send the sign up directly to you. Sometimes I have better luck if I'm just sending it to one person instead of in a group email. But let me know because there's still spaces available. Okay, and we can work that out for you. We'll figure it out. So just let me know and we will get ready for that. So you've got rehearsal, you've got your um, our last classes and then rehearsal, and then we'll be ready for your big days. Okay. The first week of May, we are going to be endeavoring on a little bit of a project, not project, event really, May crowning event. So, as many of you know, May is the month of Mary for Mother's Day as well. It's a big month in the church that we kind of honor and celebrate different things. So, part of what I would like to do, and last year at the beginning of the pandemic, I felt really bad. One of the moments that hit me really hard was when I was standing out in front of the statue of Mary and I had hoped to do a May crowning last year and it all fell apart. And I just remember standing and looking at that statue and saying, next year, if you can get us through this year, Mother Mary, we'll be there to crown you for sure next year. So I want to keep my promise and do that. So the way that I'm going to do that, it's a May crowning. It's also a Thanksgiving to thank God for bringing us through this incredible year, and for our health, for the loved ones that we have. Um, and even the losses, and people that we're grieving. This is a time to bring our whole heart, and ask Mary to pray for us and bring us closer to God in that process. So, the details for that are below. We are essentially going to be starting at Our Lady Queen of Peace at 6 o'clock on May 4th. We're going to pray a rosary there, have the kids, I'll have flowers available, but if anybody wants to bring their own flowers, you can feel free to do so. At each site, we'll have a vase, and kids can put flowers in the vase, and we'll do a May crowning with whoever comes. We'll have people that'll put the crown on Mary's head, the statue, and then we'll say our prayers. And then when the rosary's done at Queen of Peace, we're going to travel for anybody that wants to. Now, some people may not be able to do the whole thing, and that's okay. Show up wherever it works for your schedule, okay? Then we're going to make our way at 6:30 to St. Anne's, okay? And we're going to pray some prayers there, crown the statue there. Then we're going to make our way to Our Lady of Lourdes, hopefully by 7. Say some prayers there, do the May crowning for that statue, and then end our procession at St. Thomas More at 7:30. Now I realize that's that's a bit of an interesting thing that we have never done before, but I think it's worth a shot, And if you want to, make signs that say thank you to Mary that we can put by the statue, whatever will express your family's gratitude for the prayers that have kept us safe this year. So I think it would be a wonderful way to display those, um, or to add flowers to the vase, or whatever way that your family would feel, would be appropriate, just to, really reflect back on this year and be grateful for all that we've been, the blessings that we've had, because it really could have gone so much worse. I know it's not been great, but it could have been a lot worse. So, just a time to set aside and do that, especially in honor of Mother's Day that'll be coming up. And that May crowning event is our last class event of the school year. For K through 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, you guys are invited for sure. This is for any grade, any people, any parishioners, anybody that wants to join us in doing this. Please feel free to do so. I just think it's a simple, humble way of acknowledging as a community, now that many of us are vaccinated and feeling a little more comfortable, that we can all come together and do that. So check out the details for that. If you have any questions about that or anything comes up or something that you have a creative idea that you want to add to it, please email me and we will see what we can do from there. Okay. All right. So you will get only a few more newsletters from me, and then we will be talking about summer and registration and things for next year. So won't be long now. It really won't be long. So have a wonderful week. I hope that you continue to enjoy this beautiful spring weather and that God continues to inspire you and bless you and keep your family safe. And we will see you next week. Take care, everyone. God bless.